This week's crystal grid is charged to open and precipitate flows of paradise, wealth, prosperity, and richness into the lives of all, allowing for the divine essence of abundance we all are to manifest and substantiate in form through any and all avenues, expanding and evolving them, and opening new roads as well. Don't forget to check this week's all-in-one astrology video as well as this week's collective vibe check tarot. You can find them under their own playlist on my main channel page. And don't forget, on Saturday, 2 p.m. Pacific Time, US and Canada, I am doing my live thank you and ask me anything Q&A as part of my promotion for my Indiegogo crowdfunding campaign. If you're interested in making a donation, you can follow the links in the down bar below. Hey there, Cancer. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to the week starting May 10th, 2021. And if you didn't check the announcements, check the announcements. So what is going on when it comes to your cards? Well, for your spiritual theme this week, you've got the Chariot card upright, and this week is a major opportunity for a lot of you Cancerian people to finally overcome a lot of obstacles or even a lot of boundaries or walls or containments that you have actually been forced to live with. Now, whether this is red tape, whether these are restrictions, or possibly things that ultimately you have been waiting your turn on. It's kind of like waiting for a door to unlock, waiting for a boulder to get pushed out of the way, waiting for the flagger, for the road construction to say go. This is a big go window week for you. The Chariot is also indicating that a lot of you are finding that not only is this going to be allowing you to kind of have a big breakout moment, but a lot of you are also getting a chance to possibly surmount a burden or something that you have been carrying either on your own behalf or on another's that you didn't think was possible to actually be surmounted or cleared at this time in your life. As we get onto your cards, for your material life, or your card, excuse me, for your work, your finances, and your job, you do have the Five of Swords in reverse, and I'm actually seeing something going on here where there is a correction or a reparation being made with you, possibly even some kind of recuperation, maybe money coming back to you from where it had been lost or kept away from you, something that had been tied up, that didn't really have any business being tied up. I'm seeing that there is some kind of healing happening in a professional or financial arrangement that is actually setting you up very, very well, that is coming forward during this time. This could be something that happens after a long argument or a long fighting process, or something that is completely different. So I don't want you to get attached to what you think the means might be. Remember, you can always check your rising sign. As we get on to your communications with friends, relatives, maybe other people in your life, you actually have the Two of Cups upright. And this week, interestingly enough, a lot of you Cancerian people, this feels almost like it could present almost like a double love card as well. I'm actually seeing that partnerships and friends and family are kind of intertwined this week as a story. The Two of Cups upright is indicating a lot of you Cancerian people may be actually finding love through a family member or through a friend, or possibly among your community of friends, your friendship circle, your social network, possibly with either a hookup or just maybe a connection with the person themselves. I'm also seeing a lot of you Cancerian people coming into a space where you and your partner, if you are in an established relationship, are actually blending social circles beautifully during this time, maybe even making a completely new clique or support system around yourselves out of people that are already there and new ones. As we get on to your challenge this week, you do have the Page of Swords upright. And when it comes to the Page of Swords, I am seeing this week you are going to be challenged to have conversations with maybe people or with regards to situations you wish you could skip, you wish you could avoid. You don't necessarily want to actually hash it out. When I think of that Five of Swords reverse as a good example, maybe you don't even want to hear from people who are trying to make things up to you, or maybe you don't think they can. The Page of Swords upright says you have to be able to sit through difficult conversations and maintain yourself this week, right? We want to make sure that we are holding the best vibration possible, and of course going through the process of solution substantiation, and that means participating even when we kind of don't want to hear about it, we don't want to listen, or we don't think anyone has anything good to say that we might actually need to hear. You know, sometimes you can get the best information from people who don't like and honestly couldn't care less about you. It's, you know, and funny enough, they drop some very important stuff every once in a while. As we get on to your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you do actually have the Ten of Swords upright. Thank God we had a second love card. The Ten of Swords is indicating this week there is actually, however, going to be also a harsh break when it comes to love and romance. I see a lot of you who may have been actually single, or maybe dating around, or maybe meeting somebody new this week, maybe finding that something just needs to be cut off, or something does get cut off, shooting something down, or somebody does need to get shot down. But with the Ten of Swords, it's basically ending a situation that was already kind of doomed to fail, albeit early. As we get on to those of you who are currently coupled, the Ten of Swords is indicating this could actually be something that occurs because you and a partner have decided that we are at wit's end, or are no longer going to be continuing to carry on in a way that we had maybe gotten used to doing. The Ten of Swords could indicate maybe even breaking away from people that are very closely connected to the couple, cutting off not so much friends anymore, or difficult family members. This could create some strife between the two of you as well. A harsh end to a harsh situation is what I always say about this card, and I definitely see that going on this week. So that is what I've got for you, Cancer. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, you go on ahead to my website, integrativemysticism.com, and don't forget to come back Saturday. Take care.